Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. It's been a minute since I posted up a video, and I've just been enjoying the summer, not gonna lie. But it's countdown time to waterfowl season. I'm already counting down the days and to the opening start of the season. And so today we're gonna keep it pretty short. We're gonna go over the waterfowl hunting blinds that I like to use. A lot of this is gonna be my personal opinion, and a lot of it will be what I have experienced with using these blinds. Again, it's only my personal opinion, what I personally kind of experienced. If it helps you in terms of what you're going to use for next season, or maybe you're on the fence about purchasing something, awesome. But the first thing of seasons now, it's weathered very well. There's some things that I love and some things that I'm kind of wish that they could have done a little bit better, but we'll go over it all together. And the first part is going to be the build. Don't let the box or the packaging fool you. Once you get it brushed in, it is considerably a lot heavier. It's considerably a lot bigger. And you can see just kind of like moving around it right now. Once it's fully brushed in, it is a pretty large piece of kit compared to something like panel blinds that fold down fairly easy. But the nice thing is you're fully brushed in. So let's build this thing up. Alright, so you can see once it's all built up, it looks absolutely awesome. The one thing it has going for it is you can actually position all your stubble and all your grass kind of to cover up the top hole of the blind. So let's go in and check it out, and I'll show you some of the things I love about it and some of the things that I wish they could have done a little bit better. Alright, so first off, kind of get into the blind like this. You get in here, and it's all pretty easy. You got lots of room to put chairs. I like using just kind of a really nice comfortable chair, and then here you can buckle it up. Usually I only do the first couple buckles, and it's plenty big. 3 people is a lot of space in here, but if you have 4, it gets a little tight. You can fit 3 and 1 dog in here, no issues at all. 4 people, you probably want a dog blind. It would get a little tight in here, but you can pull your stubble up a little bit higher to conceal you. You can move it aside, kind of like this, create a space right there, and it really is a great blind. The one thing that I wish that they had given you the option of when doing this blind, there's no kind of like pins holding these together. It's kind of like all bound together. So if you have to pick up the blind and move it maybe to a different spot, maybe you set it up 10 feet further over than what you wanted to, or you have to push it back. Sometimes moving the blind, these can pop out right here. So I wish that they had given you the option to kind of like run a sear pin through. It's probably you can probably modify that, not a problem. You just have to be careful because there is bungees in the bars here holding the bars together so they don't come apart in different pieces. That's really the only con. The other factor is it's held together here by the tension of the blind, and it just slides down to this. You'll find sometimes that you can tear up here, so I've had to sew it a couple times, but really that has been the only maintenance I've had to do. In terms of A-frame blinds and panel blinds, this one, it definitely is a bit more time to set up than what some of the A-frame blinds are, but the benefits are can really get covered up in here. And when you stand up to shoot, I mean, you're pretty concealed. With tangle-free panel blinds, they do have the option of having the panel doors that kind of cover your head in, but you can kind of do this with your brush. But yeah, all in all, I've been really happy with it. So let's see how long it takes to break down. This blind, I've used it for the last few seasons, and I really do like it a lot. The pros to it is you can conceal up to 4 waterfowl hunters in there very easily. 3 in there, you have plenty of room, plus even you can squeeze a dog in there. When you have only 3 people in there, you can have 3 people plus a dog. 2 people, it's like a palace in there. There's tons of room. I love how you can get the grass or stubble to go over and fill in the black hole on the top that the birds would see if they were looking directly down. So it makes you completely concealed. I've used this on the kind of edge line of fields, as well as I've used it in the fields, and you can really get it to camouflage the area that you're hunting very well. The downsides to this blind is it is heavier than panel blinds. Panel blinds do get set up relatively a little bit easier, but you have some downsides to using panel blinds that everything has a pro and a con to them, and I like them both. I don't think I would say this is better or worse than using a panel blind. It's just there's different things that they'll both do better one for the other. The other con is the weight. Once you get this stubbled in, and it definitely takes a little bit longer than a panel blind to get it all kind of grassed in and making look right while you're out there hunting, it gets heavy, and that is the downside. And that's one thing I will say the panel blinds are better at is if you have a situation where you're taking a boat out to a spot, there's less moving parts to a panel blind. It's quicker to set up, quicker to stubble them in. The thing I like about this compared to a panel blind is with a panel blind, a lot of times you buy it and it comes down to cost. The reason why I like this one is, yes, this is an expensive blind in terms of what's out there for A-frame blinds, but panel blinds, you have to buy one panel and then you have to buy the other panel. And one company that I really do like the panel blind a lot is the tangle-free one, and they actually do even concealment kind of roof attachments for them, so you can even stubble them in and you can push them open. That setup is one of my favorites out there for if you're to use that, but it is a costly setup. This, you buy it and it comes in all one kind of package. So if you're a solo hunter like I am, you don't have any sponsorships, and you're going out hunting for your own enjoyment, and you want a blind that will last a long time, this one here I've been really happy with, and the parts have worn very, very well. Also, I've dealt with the company. I broke one of the bars, and it wasn't too bad, but it was bad enough for me to, like, it was pretty new, and I contacted the company right away. I thought they were just going to send me some replacement parts to repair it. They actually took care of me, and they sent me a brand new bar. The warranty process was super easy. So again, it's nice to know if you're dealing with a company how their warranty works if something does happen. And they were, for me, where I live in Canada, they were really easy to deal with. because things will break, and sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's just a weld may not, or a rivet might not be completely as strong as it should be coming out of the factory, but it's awesome to know that the company is there and they'll take care of their customers, and they certainly took care of me. So there's tons of videos out there, but I would check it out if you're hunting in a group, you're hunting fields. In a marsh situation, there is a lot of moving parts, and what I kind of wish that they had done is pre-drilled holes for cotter pins to go in, so you could like put a pin in and lock it into place. So if you did have to pick up your blind once you kind of like put it together, you don't have to worry about bars falling off, losing parts, that kind of stuff. So when it gets to wetland areas or marshy areas, and I know I'm going to be in some water, I'm really cautious with this because I don't want to lose any parts. Again, that's where a panel blind would kind of be a little bit better for that situation. But all in all, field hunting for a multitude of people, I love this, and it works really well. For any more information, you can go to the website, check it out. If you have any questions, again, hit me up in the comment section. And again, this is the first blind out of all the blinds that I use for waterfowl hunting that I'm going to go over. So if you have any questions, just let me know. All right. All the best to y'all.